Star Wars Rebels ended its run in 2018 with the disappearance of young Jedi Ezra Bridger. His return is imminent in Ahsoka, but before he appears in live action as more than just a hologram, let's see what fans have predicted about his fate. By the end of Rebels, Ezra had largely become the Jedi that he seemed destined to become across the show's 4 seasons. He was instrumental in defeating Grand Admiral Thrawn and giving the rebellion a big early victory.
As a Jedi, sometimes you have to make the decision no one else can. So that's what I did to defeat Thrawn.
But what might happen when Ezra is away from his friends and the light? One theory that has gained traction is that Ezra will actually turn to the dark side as a result of Thrawn's manipulations. We know that the Inquisitors are going to play a role in Ahsoka. There's a new Inquisitor named Maruk, who battled the title character in Episode 2. One Reddit user theorized, "My thinking is that Ezra was tortured by Thrawn and bent to his will, but he's not just a regular Inquisitor. I think Ezra either serves as Thrawn's own Vader or as the Grand Inquisitor, or maybe both. Could it be that Ezra caved to the dark side during the events of the original trilogy and is now hiding under Maruk's mask? This would be a very twisted turn of events and a major blow for fans of the show. It would be a difficult twist to justify, but it would also be a great payoff if executed correctly. After all, if Anakin Skywalker could be turned into Darth Vader, why couldn't Ezra Bridger be turned into an Inquisitor by one of the greatest minds the Empire has ever seen?" One theory that has been kicking around for years now has to do with Ezra and Sabine. The two had some chemistry on Rebels, but it was never explicitly romantic. At one point, some fans theorized that Rey, Daisy Ridley's protagonist in the sequel trilogy of films, was actually the secret love child of Ezra and Sabine. In 2015, the year The Force Awakens was released, one Redditor asked, "Does anyone like the idea that Rey might be the daughter of Ezra Bridger and Sabine Wren?" Theories like this have been popular on sites like Reddit and all across the internet for years. The Rise of Skywalker completely disproved the theory, though, as Rey was revealed to be the granddaughter of Emperor Palpatine. That said, just because Rey wasn't their daughter, doesn't mean that Ezra and Sabine didn't share some sort of secret love affair off-screen. Sabine definitely seems very eager to find Ezra in the first 2 episodes of Ahsoka, after all.
You really think Ezra's still out there?
That said, Rebels co-creator and Ahsoka creator Dave Filoni actually addressed the potential romance several years ago in an episode of Rebels Recon. I think it's very strong at this point to show boys and girls being friends and being supportive of each other. Everyone has their relationships, but it's not just something that had to be romantically dimensional. Filoni seems dead set on not having the two be romantic with one another, and given that Filoni is also the main creative force behind Ahsoka, we probably shouldn't expect to see Ezra and Sabine finally get together. One of the most compelling theories that has emerged over the years has to do with Ezra, Yoda, and a famous exchange from The Empire Strikes Back as Luke Skywalker leaves Dagobah.
"That boy is our last hope."
"No, there is another."
It has largely been assumed for years that the other Yoda was talking about was Leia, since Yoda tells Luke in Return of the Jedi there is another Skywalker, definitely referring to Leia being his sister. But Obi-Wan knew Leia, so wouldn't she come to mind for him? It's possible Yoda was actually talking about someone else, and that someone else could be Ezra Bridger. One Redditor theorized, "Looking through current canon and even legends, I propose that Ezra is the best candidate. He has had multiple contacts with Yoda, but only the one run-in with Obi-Wan, so Obi-Wan may not even be thinking of him seriously. Ezra is currently off the game board in the unknown regions. In many ways, he's a more accomplished Jedi than Luke at this point, and has successfully opposed the Emperor once before. Ezra indeed thwarted Palpatine in the Rebels episode World Between Worlds. The notion that Ezra may be more the key to ensure that darkness doesn't prevail in a galaxy far, far away is not only compelling, but plausible. The evidence is there, and it would add a lot of depth to the character, not to mention long-established Star Wars lore. We'll just have to wait to see whether or not this is proven true in Ahsoka.